change at the same time. So some of the researchers even connect the escapism to, I think everyone knows Maslow, the hierarchies of need. It's one of the basic psychological in the safety needs that they need to be left alone. It's been escape from something. And also Kim Carr have some discover how the virtual may only intensify the problem, and virtual reality future application also include some of the possible attach with the real people around the world. I think you guys see a lot of movies about that they're just like obsessed to using with this device. And also another two researchers mentioned that the technology can help humans escape from the real world. And the internet and the virtual reality easily satisfy such a social needs and drive sometimes the satisfy that the addicted user will withdraw physically from society. This is wrong, right? But it can happen. And also he declared that the virtual reality immersive ability are so massive and is capable to change the human social emotional need over time if they continue to doing the same habit, again and again. So they try to have a lot of researching about using the virtual reality. There's some UK charity organization called Special Effect. This one is good. Using with can help the people with the severe mobility challenge and the people with the paralyzed escape and can move in, like both real world and the virtual world. It's like the movie Awara, like the actor just couldn't walk in the real world, but when he is Awara, he can just, like be a normal person. Okay. And also they have another research. This one is so very popular when they like publish this paper of Stanford University, that they're doing a research with 100 people to be training to live in the virtual reality as a homeless life, which is the researcher had discovered that the virtual reality can deliver real world benefit, including reducing pain and boosting creativity. So when you are in someone's shoes, like you can feel that what they should feel or what they should do. So this can give the experience of walking in the other people's shoes. So it became the empathy machine to just like feeling some people, like experience, helping your inner peace and your mindfulness. So also the virtual technology can urge the escapism, as we know, and encourage the human to connect with the technology rather than real people. Because of the nature of the human is always like that, be easily distracted and easily like interrupted. So that's why some of the book Brave New World said that what human decide would ruining us, right? There's a lot of movies about robots that come back to kill human or whatever, blah blah blah. But it's because of the natures of the human that want to be, like escape from its uncomfort things all the time. And in the virtual space, the user can change their appearance, right? You want to be like, you don't want to be yourself, but you want to be someone else. You can do it. And it's just like when you do it for, again and again, you just mixing that what is a real and what is a virtual. And sometimes you just don't want to get back into the real world, because in that, the virtual world, you are someone in there. And it makes you happy somehow. So, but on the other hand, the idea of not being user own self and the user can travel any place that they like is fascinating. So that is why people just craving back to what can experience from the virtual reality. Yep. Instead of escaping the negative emotions, sometimes it is better to shift to the mindfulness, and this helps humans to calm down and forget about the difficulties. And this is the influential role for the entertainment play in our life. But it is mean to escape from the stress, anxiety, and negativity. So we need to stay safe and healthy. So that you can't deny that if you're gonna have some taste of escapism by any device or by hiking or whatever you want to. So this is a little bit that I found from Dr. Kim Bullock recently about using the virtual reality for in the COVID pandemic. Like they have three ways. The first one is skill training and education that we already know from like the previous slide. And the second one is exposure, and simulations that can use to simulate experience of the patients. Like someone have some of the phobia. For example, I couldn't swim and I'm quite scared of the water when they get into the boat or anything. This one is kind of helping you that what you scared of, you experience it with the virtual reality and can be reduce some of your anxiety when you go into the real situations. Okay, that is the second one. And the third one is distraction. Finally, virtual reality is used to help the patient to distract and tolerate from the pain somehow. So it's very interesting because it can distract your brain and just like forget about the pains and all that things that uncomfortable. So there's a very good questions that is there any risk for using it? And she said that yes, absolutely. Look, like it's the other two that distract and help tolerate stress, so people get addicted. So usually you shouldn't use it not more than 40 minutes or at least like an hour for the top. So that would be that she recommend. And also that what should the patient know about the form of therapy? And she said that virtual reality is not a form of therapy, but it's a tool of the therapy. So it's really we absolutely can use it in a varieties of way, and it should be personalized according to each patient condition. So that is what the doctor would do with this kind of technologies. Now I think it should wrapping up because I got another 6 minutes. So there's many way that of the distraction and escapism. So this form is come with like watching a movie, playing video games, socialize with friends, and listen to the music is whatever. But human necessary to keep like human mind emotional healthy and balance either way that you want to do. Okay. I'm sorry, I would like to skip thing to the conclusion just a little bit because we have like another 5 minutes and I want the question and answer section. So I'm gonna, and if anyone want the slide, I'm gonna give it with the Dr. Manju, so anyone can have this if I want to read more about what that I included in here. The last thing that I'm not trying to make the judgment on the technologies like virtual reality, that is this good or bad, because some people reading my paper and one of my friends said that, so is this good or bad, lab? I said that no, I'm not gonna say that it's good or bad. It have a very good side and a very bad side, but the thing is you need to be in the middle. You are the one decide that what is good for you and what is the borderline that you shouldn't cross, or you shouldn't let your children or the student crossing this line, because it's mean that addiction is this way too much. For what I say is you can use any technology to help you escape from whatever you have problem with in your life. That is what they offer to you, but you need to know that how much that you should stop and how much is this good for your soul. That is what my conclusion.